Government in Delhi is hoping to give riders a sense of safety in taxis. Cab companies have been asked to install a so-called panic button. While the passengers are skeptical, the taxi owners say it's just impractical. Ravinder Bawa has more from Delhi.
Asha and Beena are new in Delhi. Coming from a safe city in West India, they take all precautions while traveling here. When they learnt about the government's scheme of installing a panic button in radio taxis, they had mixed reactions.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I think having a panic button, hope that it works, because a lot of numbers that we have, like a police numbers or emergency numbers don't actually work.
Let's see how this button thing goes, and so that it remains tamper free and can ensure safety for us.
The new panic button will be similar to the existing one. In case of any distress, the signal will be transmitted to the control center of the taxi service and then to the nearest police control room. It will be mandatory, but the taxi owners have their reservations.
On a day-to-day basis, the travel happens of a lot of little kids, lots of people, and eventually this button keeps getting pressed. We have had this experience earlier. And so that leads it to that in a due course of time, the button generally gets out of use.
While taxi owners are adapting to the changes in policy, the government agencies are all set to make Delhi safer for women travelers.
Certain guidelines have been amended as far as the radio cabs and such app-based services are concerned. So they will also be implemented. And we are trying our best to ensure that the cabs are safe, the drivers are identified.
To add to this, Know Your Driver scheme and phone-based apps with SOS buttons will also be introduced. It will be the owners of the cab companies to install the panic button at a spot which is easily accessible both for the passenger and the driver. But the success of this button will actually depend on the response of the police and other government agencies when it is pressed in an emergency. Ravinder Bawa, CCTV, Delhi.